What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? BG Aviation in the house, live from San Juan International Airport. Today is March 29th, 2026. I want to welcome you to part 14 of the San Juan plane spotting series. Over here, the first catch of today is American Airlines Flight 2674 coming in from Charlotte Douglas on an A321 Classic. Now on approach for the south side, runway 10. Followed by JetBlue 525 coming in from Providence, Rhode Island on an A320 in the Spotlight livery. Alright guys, one more thing, I advise all of you to stay tuned to the updates regarding the Orlando trip of June of this year, 2026. There it is, landing now at the south side. Over there is JetBlue 525. Here it is, JetBlue 525 coming in from Providence, Rhode Island on an A320 Classic in the Spotlight livery. Alright, here it is now, JetBlue 525 coming in from Providence, Rhode Island on an A320 Classic in the Spotlight livery. Now on final approach for the south side, runway 10. Alright, next up we have this Qatar Executive Gulfstream 650 heading to Atlanta. Departing here on the north side of runway 8. And judging by the turn, it's going to be taking off from intersection Sierra 2. Or, no, never mind. It's going to taxi all the way to the full length, Sierra 1. Alright, let's stay tuned for the departure. There it goes. Alright folks, next up is JetBlue flight 1735 heading to, correction, 1703 heading to Medellin on an A320 Classic in the Vacations livery. Runway 8 here at the North Complex. And once again, this is flight number 1703 heading to Medellin. Alright, we got a trade wind Pilatus 12 right here, followed by Spirit Caribbean flight 509 heading to Beach Island on an ATR 72. I expect it to roll down runway A here at the North Complex. There it goes, guys. There's a little thing landing on the South Complex, the south side, runway 10. Cape Air, but we'll catch it anyways. Now let's get back to the Inter Caribbean ATR. Will be rolling down the North Complex runway shortly. It'll be rolling down right now. Alright folks, next up is JetBlue flight number 904 heading to JFK on an A320 Classic in the Spotlight tail. Now rolling down runway 8 here at the North Complex. Got a Cessna Grand Caravan landing on runway 8 here at the North Complex. Followed by Spirit Airlines flight 461 heading to Miami on an A321 Classic. It's currently holding short at runway 8. We'll be back when this jet takes off. Alright, here it goes. Spirit 461 heading to Miami on an A321 Classic. Here's Southwest 571 coming in from Orlando on a Max 8. Now landing at the South Complex at runway 10. Followed by the Frontier A321 Neos taking off at the north side. Maybe shifting our focus to the north side. Alright folks, next arrival at the south side of runway 10 is Delta Airlines flight 1966 coming in from JFK on an A321 Neo. Darn it. Oh shoot. Live camera went down. Get it back online shortly. Okay guys, live camera is down. Alright ladies and gentlemen, next departure here at the north side is American flight number 2674 heading to Charlotte Douglas International Airport on an A321 Classic. Registered November 998 Alpha November. Taxiing via Sierra towards runway 8. We got Contour Aviation pushing back, so it'll shortly be heading out to St. Martin. Now let's head back to the American A321, which will now be taking off, like I said, American 2674, heading to Charlotte Douglas. Alright, to all of you watching today's episode, just want to make the announcement that on July of 2027, we will be having our third trip and possibly third plane spotting adventure out of Puerto Rico. And we're going to a destination no better destination for our third trip than Boston Logan International Airport. So I invite all of you guys to stay tuned to July of 2027, which we will hopefully bring a lot of coverage from Boston. Because in 2 months, June of 2026, we'll be bringing live coverage from Orlando International Airport. So, like I said, stay tuned because it's going to be fun. Okay, this is Delta flight number 1757 coming in from Atlanta on a 757-200. Now landing at the south side of runway 10. Alright folks, next up is Contour Aviation flight number 3206 heading to St. Martin on the Embraer 145. Now taxiing via Sierra for a north side departure at runway 8. Air cargo carrier short SB360. Like I said, this is Contour 3206 heading to St. Martin on the Embraer 145. Judging by the look of this jet, we could like call it either the Mini 727 or the Baby TriStar, because it looks like all of them, but it is not. I'll tell you guys in a bit what it is. Alright, we have now found out this is a Dassault Falcon 900 right here. Alright, next up is Southwest 2463 coming in from Baltimore, Washington on a 737 MAX 8. Okay, here's JetBlue 862 heading to Boston on the A320 Classic Spotlight Livery. Now rolling down runway 8 here at the North Tower. Alright, this is United flight number 2021. United Airlines 2021 coming in from Washington Dulles on a MAX 9. 737 MAX 9 now landing at runway 10 at the South Complex. Alright folks, next up is Spirit 571 coming in from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on an A320 Classic. Alright guys, this is American Airlines flight number 2433 coming in from Philly on an A321. Followed by American Airlines flight number 1613 coming in from Miami on an A321 Neo. American 737-800 heading to Miami. I'll be putting the flight number below. And the American A321 Neo coming in from Miami is American 1613. American 2141 heading to Miami on a 737 Okay, this is Inter-Caribbean flight number 510 coming in from Beef Island on an ATR 42. Which will then be followed by Sun Country Airlines flight number 761 coming in from Minneapolis on a 737-800, which is this aircraft you see right here. So we'll be back shortly to catch the arrival. Alright, this is Sun Country flight number 761 coming in from Minneapolis on a 737-800. Alright, over here is Southwest 1122 heading to Orlando on an A320, 737 MAX 8. I was going to say it's an A320 Neo, but no. Now, this is a 320 Neo family aircraft. Air Transat 640 coming in from Montreal on an A321 Neo LR. I don't know about you guys, but whoa! I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of missing the American 777s here. Alright people, we're back. This is JetBlue 1104 heading to JFK on the A320 Classic, followed by Frontier 1665 heading to Philly on the A321 Neo. And now landing on 10 is Delta Airlines flight number 1913 coming in from Detroit on a 737-900ER. Okay, we missed the landing of the Delta 737, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be seeing it take off. JetBlue Bombardier CS-300 coming in from White Plains, or A220-300, as it's known today. And that is followed by WestJet 1080 coming in from Toronto Pearson on a 737-800 in the new livery. Alright, now landing on the south side is WestJet flight number 1080 coming in from Toronto Pearson on a 737-800. Whilst the Frontier A321 Neo departs on the north side. Alright folks, over here we got Southwest Airlines flight number 2232 coming in from Chicago Midway on a 737-700, followed by Air Canada flight number 1718 coming in from Toronto Pearson. Air Canada Rouge 1718 coming in from Pearson on an A321. Both coming in for a Southside arrival. Right over here, this is Air Canada Rouge 1718 coming in from Toronto Pearson on an A321 Classic. Now on final for 10 at the South Complex. Alright, over here we got Spirit Wings 3831 heading to Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson on an A320 Neo. Now rolling down runway 8 here at the North Complex. We got a triple mission right now, guys. Southwest 737 MAX 8 taking off to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, followed by JetBlue 1334 on an A321 heading to Orlando, which we will be there in 2 months. It was registered November 995 Juliet Lima. It's got this little jet heading to Orlando, which we will be there in 2 months. Hopefully we can bring you guys live coverage from there. It's gonna be awesome, guys. So we got the Air Canada Rouge A319 coming in from Montreal Trudeau Airport, which is a minute or so away from landing on 10. So for now, we're gonna pause the video, and then we'll be back shortly. Alright folks, for the south side, we got Air Canada Rouge flight number 1728 coming in from Montreal on an A319. And then we got JetBlue 1334 taking off to Orlando on an A321 in the Balloons livery. Alright, we got JetBlue 1334 heading to Orlando on an A321 in the Balloons livery. November 995 Juliet Lima. And we got a Delta 75200 heading to Atlanta. Over here is Delta Airlines flight 1757, about to take off to Atlanta on the 757-200. Banana plane taking off to Fort Lauderdale, I think. Banana plane rolling down. Alright, for this jet, we swapped to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. This is on the Rivero, the Puerto Rican crested toad livery, which we haven't seen in a while. And it's good for it to be back here in San Juan. Anyways, we'll be back shortly. Alright people, just for comedy purposes, we got this Alaska Airlines Dassault Falcon 900 taking off. Okay, obviously guys, this is not Alaska Airlines, but for comedy purposes, we'll say it is. Okay, then we got the Delta A321neo taxiing on Sierra. Okay, there goes the Alaska jet taking off. So shortly we're going to be swapping back to the iPhone 17 to continue the rest of today's episode. Alright folks, got the Delta A321neo heading to JFK. And this time we swap back to the iPhone 17 Pro. Followed by United Airlines flight number 1173 Heavy heading to Newark on the 767-400ER in the Evo Blue livery. Now taxiing by Alpha towards runway 8. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, United 76400. Or even judging by its look, the baby 777. Yeah, we can call it the mini 777. I finally got an awesome shot of this jet after a while. Yeah, I saw it, but my picture did not come out good. Same. Alright folks, this is United Airlines 1173 heading to Newark on the 767-400ER. Newark Liberty.
It's definitely what you the rates of the party Pilates.
Yeah.
It's too strong. You cannot handle it.
Alright people, as you know, we're live from San Juan International Airport here at the flight park, also known as the Puerto Rican Planespotters Paradise. We got the American A321neo taxiing on Sierra, so we'll depart shortly.
Let me see what that is.
Okay, whenever this jet gets clearance to take off, we'll be back. There it goes, guys. 767-400 heading to Newark. United Airlines 1173 Heavy. Alright folks, we got American Airlines flight number 1613 taking off to Miami on an A321neo. Taking off from the north side runway. Alright folks, this is Delta Airlines flight number 1882 coming in from Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport on a 767-300ER. Now on final approach for the south side at runway 10. Then we will be seeing Air Transat flight number 641 departing to Montreal on an A321 LR. To get as many shots of this jet as they will be retired by 2028. Sadly. Yeah. Okay, we got the American A321 taxiing for departure. I believe it's heading to Charlotte or Philly.
What the hell is he doing? Oh, he's taxiing. No, that's the arrival.
Where's it heading to?
It said it arrived here. An hour and 25 minutes.
From Charlotte.
Yeah, but it stayed
From
here.
Philly.
Yeah.
It's the same flight number. It's heading to Philly.
Waiting for the air transfer.
Okay, we'll be back shortly. Got American 3276 coming in from Chicago O'Hare on a 737-800. As the American A321 departs to Philadelphia. Air Transat prepares to taxi for departure to Montreal. Got WestJet parked at the Terminal D gates here in San Juan. We got American A321 lifting off. Alright folks, we got a triple mission. First of three is United Airlines 1368 heading to Denver on a MAX 9. Or, I should say, this is United Airlines 1368 heading to LAX with a brief stop in Denver on a MAX 9, followed by Air Transat 641 heading to Montreal on the A321neo LR. Followed by American Airlines A321. Where's the American heading to? Okay, it's heading to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Okay, we got the two direct competitors in one pit. In this case, Airbus and Boeing. Exactly. Air Transat 641 heading to Montreal on the A321neo LR or long range. Followed by the American A321 Classic heading to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Bro, there's someone on 10. I think it's Southwest.
Yes, 3498.
Southwest 3498 from Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood on a 737-800, I think it is. Yeah, 737-800. Got the American A321 ready to line up on runway 8.
Going back to college. Ooh, it's a Bombardage Challenger 3520.
Alright, guys. This is something that doesn't happen every day in San Juan. That you are suddenly filming an episode and then you get to meet up with other plane spotters. Like now. Max 9.
Yeah. And behind it say, oh, it's a Delta A321 coming from Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh.
And it's a Mascara. I'm very curious about this question here.
Yeah. All right, people, we're live here with JD Rodriguez Aviation. That's it. BG Aviation in the house.
Wait, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm BG Aviation. Okay, let's shift back to the south side to see the United Max 9 landing. Oh, it's coming up front. Let's wait. Let's wait. I don't know. Okay, will the pilot wait? We don't know, but let's find out. Oh, he wins! Awesome! Exactly. It's all caught live on 4K. All right, folks, here we got Delta Airlines Flight 1925 coming in from Minneapolis on the A321neo. Now landing at the south side, runway 10. That's the American A321 coming in from DFW. We're live here with JD Rodriguez Aviation. New plane spotter we just met today. There goes the Neo, heading to Punta Cana. No way! No flipping way! Whoa! Holy moly! Oh my goodness, this doesn't happen every day.
I'm not letting W25 come stuff.
Yeah, Delta, we know you have Starlink.
Santiago de los Caballeros. You're going to Santiago de los Caballeros. He's gonna touch down the avenue. You might not want to take the avenue back first.
The JetBlue Bombardier CS300 or A220-300 heading to Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Next we have a Delta 737-900ER heading to Detroit, followed by another A220-300 from JetBlue. Okay, where's that one heading to?
Okay, there's Santiago Los Caballeros. There goes an ad. Who's on final? I want to check who the hell's on final, please. Okay, departing. He's going to White Plains.
White Plains.
Okay, who's the one arriving? Who are you?
It looks promising.
Oh, that's the ad I was talking about earlier.
Okay, we got the Aerojet Bax A coming in from Punta Cana. Aerojet flight number 1002. The Delta 737-900ER taking off to Detroit.
So we got to 1913.
1913 heading to Detroit Metro.
I didn't
Oh, full power.
No exception, no delay.
Alright, we got the JetBlue A220 heading to White Plains and the A320 Spotlight livery coming in from Raleigh, Durham. Followed by the Sun Country 737-800, soon to be Allegiant, heading to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Nice. Got the Puerto Rican Crested Toad A320neo. Frontier Airlines heading to Orlando, which will be there in 2 months. We're gonna watch the baby whale take off. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, we got the Sun Country 737, soon to be Allegiant. Soon to be Allegiant 737-800. Heading to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. Got the JetBlue Bombardier CS-300 taking off. Will the pilot wave back? I'm not sure. I missed it. Alright people, for the Sun Country takeoff, we're going to be swapping back to the iPhone 17. Yeah, but this one is powered by Pratt & Whitney. Okay, we got one of the newer Frontier A320neos coming in. Like I said, this one is powered by Pratt & Whitney because it's one of the newer A320neos. Yeah, we got the Sun Country 737-800 about to take off to Minneapolis, which is soon to be an Allegiant 737. Yeah, like I said, this is soon to be an Allegiant Boeing 737-800 after their merger with Sun Country Airlines.
That's a failure. Oh, wait. No way.
This could be it, guys.
This could be it. We got the Polaris. He's gonna go for he's just gonna go get yes, oh god.
The Air Canada Rouge Airbus A319 heading to Montreal to go. Montreal.
Oh, the one just getting pushed back.
Finally. Okay, we got Air Canada carrying a flock of geese back to their own country. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Got the Prime Air 767 coming in from Miami.
Still waiting for the front seats to come. Finally, after 8 years,
WestJet 737-800 heading back to Toronto Pearson International Airport. We got a Southwest 737-700 right behind.
A to C. Oh, you gotta just park your like
Got United 1996 coming in from Chicago O'Hare on an A321neo. Ooh, nice. God damn it, it's heading for runway 10. I just hope it goes around.
please just go around and land on it.
$145. Number 145.
That is a very... What? This is
JetBlue A320 taking off. Flight number 4. Heading to St. Thomas. Followed by Air Canada Rouge A321 heading to Toronto Pearson.
Going back to the original. You didn't hear the 767 from down.
Yeah, down there we got the Delta 767-300ER heading back to Atlanta as Delta Airlines Flight 1882.
And that just has 67 Sierra 3. It goes in front of you.
Yeah.
Please. That'd be so
Bro. Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah, myself thinking right now they could have.
Spirit Air.
Oh, the Skittles livery.
Yeah, the Skittles is going. Oh my God, they blew it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking they could have just brought the 767 400 ER. It would have been a bit better.
Imagine a Spirit 767.
Yeah, I'm talking about Delta. They could have brought the 400.
You should have bought the 400. I feel like you should have bought it.
Yeah, they brought it at the beginning of the year.
They bought it?
Yeah, they brought it at the beginning of this year.
Interesting, Delta. Interesting. Oh, he's running.
Got the Spirit Airlines Skittles livery A320. Holy! Okay, there's Angel Plane Spotter running to catch the Spirit A320 in the Skittles livery.
We see him in 4K. He's getting.
He's-
Here goes his Spirit.
We see him running live on 4K.
We just caught him. We see him. We're tagging him.
Now back to the Skittles livery A320.
I love that movie. Should have kept that one. I don't know. Should have kept it. I don't know. Here comes the uniform. Let's get the 1050 Skittles. Gotta love it. Nice.
And now we go back to the Air Canada A321 and the Delta 767. Now the Delta 767 300ER heading back to Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson as Delta Airlines flight number 1882. Damn. Like I said, we're live with J.D. Rodriguez Plane Spotter and Angel Gabriel Plane Spotter. J.D. Rodriguez station right here, ladies and gentlemen. Make a brief pause until the 767 takes off. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, in front of our live cameras, we got Angel Gabriel Plane Spotter running back into the flight park. And we're live, like I said, with J.D. Rodriguez Aviation. There's Angel waving to our live cameras. This is funny. Are the 767 lining up?
Yeah. Is this on the 402? Delta, I don't
All right, folks. Could this be history repeated? I'm not sure, but I think it will.
Delta is okay. I'm gonna save batteries for the Iberia next time. Just in case.
Okay. Uh-huh.
He's heading back home.
Unfortunately, we didn't have history repeated because of the 767 not taking off right behind the Cessna.
So close yet so imagine 767 tailgates. The 402.
That's messed up.
I feel like it's so messed up, but it'd be so funny 6 o'clock. Imagine
Yeah.
CCTV cameras catches voices.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have just taken off. They could have just taken off behind the lawnmower we saw earlier.
It's a better version of the lawnmower.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know the lawnmowers that you're grabbing and you just pass it, then there's the ones with the hands that you have to...
Yeah.
Go.
Go. Here goes.
That's the wall. There's the beautiful wall. Actually took the same length runway now, southwest turn.
Alright, next up, this is United Airlines, flight number 668, heading to Houston Bush Intercontinental. And I think this is a brand new aircraft. I just gotta check the history a bit later, but I think this aircraft is new. Yeah. Got an American 737-800 right here. Alright folks, we got American 3276 heading to Chicago O'Hare on a 737-800.
Pero en comparación con la Hawaiian.
Exacto, en comparación con la Kuala ni Portera. I don't know. I think so.
Okay, that's the 820. That's the 820. That's her name.
Yep, good land. Alright folks, here we got Iberia flight number 381 coming in from Madrid Barajas on an A321 XLR. A321 Neo XLR or extra long range. Alright, next up we got Avianca flight number 230? Number 230 coming in from Medellin on the A320 in the Star Alliance livery.
We're getting a lesser quality, but we're still getting a good look. Here comes the Star Alliance aircraft 20. What a nice. Divert, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
There's a 777-300 car heading to Panama City, and the hot air balloon is still airborne. She's concerned. Nice. The hot air balloon. Oh, nice. video ahorita.
Okay, let's get back to the A220. If they capture that, shit, it's gonna be awesome. All right, folks, over here we got this JetBlue A320 coming in from Norfolk, a new route here in San Juan. While we got another Spotlight Tail A320 taxiing for departure. All right, folks, next up we have United Airlines flight number 2088 heading to Chicago O'Hare on the A321neo. Y cuando no, ese no era el charter. capture of today is Global X A321 coming in from Nassau in the Bahamas. God damn, we almost missed it. But luckily, we came up on time just to see it. Here it is, now landing on runway 8. And we caught it. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're all doing well. This is Planespotter Brian with BG Aviation with a quick message. As you might have noticed, the clip we just took of the JetBlue Vacations A320, we could not put it here in today's episode, but you guys will be able to see the pictures on Instagram, so don't you guys worry. It's been a fun experience today in San Juan. We got to meet a lot of plane spotters from around the island. And we got some trading cards as well. And for those trading cards, I want to give a special shout out to my good friend PR ATC Spotter. So if you're hearing this, thank you so much. And I want to give a shout out as well to two good plane spotters, Angel Pacheco plane spotter. It's been good meeting you. It's been fun as well. Want to thank my friend JD Rodriguez Aviation. It's also been a pleasure meeting you, and once again, thank you for this fun experience. Anyways, guys, hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.